What's up, folks? Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. All right, Pooh Sheisty. He went in front of the judge today. He got a $10,000 bail. Surprisingly, you know what I mean? He got a low one on that one. And the judge, man, she was rather cool. You know what I mean? The same judge. A lot of the lawyers down, a lot of the rappers down there get. Pooh Sheisty lawyer was. You know, he was going at the state's attorney kind of hard, you know what I mean, telling them the case was bullshit, you know what I mean? So she gave him a real low bail. The state's attorney was like, man, we've been trying to get him there since last week, and blah, blah, blah. And she snapped at him like, but he's here now, you know. So she's one of those. She's a fair judge. He'd have been very lucky if that was the judge that really mattered. So she, like, you know, she was real cool. So she gave him a low bail, which let that case probably get thrown out the way they got it. They saying he fired. His lawyer saying it shouldn't be a reckless. You know, it shouldn't be a reckless charge, you know what I mean? They saying he was reaching for his money in his pocket and the weapon went off. It was accidental. You know, the state's attorney saying he fired it at the security guard and he jumped. You know, that's the reason they hit him in the ankle or whatever. So, but that's probably gonna get washed, you know what I mean? For her to give him a $10,000 bail, they probably looking at that like it's a week, that the case is weak. So, you know, but he's going back in front of he's going to see the other judge tomorrow, which probably gonna knock his head back. That other judge was a little stern with his ass. So that's probably why she gave him such a low bail, because he's probably gonna get his head cracked from that other judge. So he's still sitting. He's still sitting. And man, did y'all notice? He's sitting up in there in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle outfit. And you looking at all the comments, and you seeing people making excuses for him. Anybody that's been locked up, man, you know what that means. That's the uniform for you saying you was gonna hurt yourself, you know? Now you got people coming to his defense saying, oh, that's just because he's an entertainer. It was probably him doing something, he was gonna do something to his celly. Anybody that's been locked up, that's him saying he gonna do something to himself. Now, he could have did that to just get away from some people. He could have did that so he could be in a cell on his own. He could have did that so he could just whatever, you know what I mean? But you got the people in the comments, oh man, he too official to do this. He wouldn't do nothing like that. He wouldn't hurt himself. Stop believing all the shit you see these rappers say in these songs, man. When you hear these rappers say the shit they say in these songs, everything they say ain't valid, man. When they get behind them walls by themselves, when they ain't got their niggas with them, when they ain't got their strap with them, especially when they're in another city. He ain't in his home state. He in another city. You gotta remember down there, them Florida jails. Florida jails is a little tough down there, man. It's a little tough down there. You gotta flex your nuts. You gonna have to tuck your nuts. You gonna have to grip your nuts down there. Them Florida boys in them joints ain't no punks, you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Y'all believe all that shit these rappers be saying. until that reality hit a motherfucker, man. Don't always believe these boys is as tough as they say they is. Don't always believe these boys is as many killers as they say they is. Everybody a killer outside with a strap in their hand. But when you get it behind them penitentiary walls, when you can't evade, when you only got limited space to where you can move around you, it's a different ball game, man. And that's where you see who the men and who the mouse. You see who the victims. And a lot of so-called tough niggas became victims in them joints, man. So don't always put all your baskets. Don't put your money on all these motherfucking rappers just because they sound good on them records, man. Talking about how tough they is, man. I'm sitting there going through the comments, and you got people banking on how thorough this dude is. He wouldn't do X, Y, Z. Man, he too official for this. Y'all don't know that dude, man. Y'all listen to his records, man. He make that shit sound good. That don't mean a motherfucking thing when he get behind that wall and they close them cages, man. And he in there by himself, he got to stand firm on his own, man. Stop letting these rappers put these facades on and make y'all believe that they these big goons and they these rah-rah killers, man. Everybody a killer when they outside and got that 40 cal in their hand with 30 niggas with them. Everybody tough when the numbers is in your favor. Everybody drag their nuts when it's like that. But when you get on that other side and you gotta stand on your own as a man, and you gotta establish yourself and make men follow you, starting from scratch, that ain't always that easy. And I done seen a whole bunch of so-called tough niggas become bitch niggas behind that wall. So man, stop putting your faith in these rappers, man, like they the toughest thing smoking, man, because reality sets in real quick. And a lot of them niggas will play crazy, will start cutting themselves, you know what I mean, all kind of stuff, so they don't go to general population where they in there with the real wolves. A lot of them will do a whole bunch of stuff so they ain't in there with the real wolves. So they be in them single cells by themselves. They'll play crazy, and then once he get out, he'll come up with a fabricated story on what it was, why he was in there. He'll say the system made him do it. It was involuntary, all that type of shit, man. So stop believing all these fucking stories, man. So right now, man, he got to go in front of that other judge on that robbery charge, man. And that judge wasn't playing with him, man. So we gonna see what it look like, man. He facing up to 20 on that charge, so it's not a guarantee that brother coming home, man. So we'll keep you posted. Right now, man, it ain't looking good. Pooh Sheisty might be another wasted career, man. We gonna see what Gucci Man can do for him. Another one of these rappers might be going down the fucking drain trying to prove something in these streets. These fucking streets is not the way to go, fellas. They undefeated, man. Yeah, Chi-Town's finest. And we out.